Hello all, and welcome back to the Kpop podcast. I hope you're well, and happy holidays. In this episode, we're going to be discussing the controversy around TraineeA, Big Hit Music's boy group, in terms of their debut, or cancellation thereof, and we're also going to be talking about what makes NewJeans special, and discussing their recent song release. And of course, this wouldn't be a podcast episode with me if we didn't discuss WayV, Lucas, and the Phantom comeback promotions, as I want to discuss some things I've noticed and potential issues. And quick disclaimer, I'm a fan of all the groups I talk about. Let's continue. I wanted to talk about TraineeA. Recently I made a video about them explaining who the members were, Leo's scandal, and the future of the group in general. Just to summarise, TraineeA were a trainee group formed by Big Hit under Hybe. I do think this group was Hybe trying to recreate BTS, especially as it's specifically under Big Hit, as BTS first started off as a rap group, or hip-hop group. And so was TraineeA. One of the members, especially Leo for instance, was a rapper and composer, the ace and alleged leader of the group, who is now back in Australia, unfortunately. And Woo-chan was in Show Me the Money, so he's already debuted as a rapper. TraineeA actually seemed pretty decent, and they were good dancers. Yorch, who was a Thai member in the group, actually posted on his story today, I think, or yesterday, basically revealing that the group has ended. It was terminated. Although he did quickly delete that post. He was probably contacted by a label to take that down immediately, but he didn't take it down quick enough before fans could screenshot it. But as discussed, TraineeA I thought were more like SM rookies, i.e. a group of trainees who wanted to debut under Hybe, or at least Big Hit. So I don't think it means that everyone in the group is gone and won't be debuting. For example, 5 months ago, Woo-chan and Sangwon, who were the remaining 2 Korean members in the group, did a GQ What's in My Bag video, and that kind of solidified to me that Big Hit or Hybe, especially after looking at Yorch's Instagram story post saying that the group was terminated, it solidified for me the idea that I think the members will still debut. I think some of them will still debut, but in a different group, under either Big Hit or other Hybe labels, because their individual fan bases, at least for some of them, for instance JJ, maybe even Woo-chan. I know that Leo can't be associated with Big Hit or Hybe anymore due to his scandal, but I think there are some members in the group that Hybe wouldn't want to get rid of because of their individual popularity, and also because they wasted time training these members. So I think they will want to at least debut some of them, like salvage what they can from that group. Yorch was already famous before coming into TraineeA, so he doesn't need the group, technically. So that's why he could go back to Thailand. And Leo, did he leave? Was he kicked out? We'll never know, but, you know, he can't be associated with Hybe anymore, so he's gone. There's still some remaining members that could still debut in different groups. Like, I think JJ is very Hybe-ish, and he's Japanese-American. I know that Hybe really want to enter the Japanese market, and he has a fan base in Japan, so, like, it's a waste of time cutting him loose. That's the kind of business thinking I have in relation to TraineeA. So, like, yes, the group itself can't and won't debut, but I think some of the members will be salvaged and we'll see them in other groups. Because don't forget, even B-Lift under Hybe, some of the members that didn't make it into Enhypen got to debut in And Team. Because as a company, you put a lot of money and time into training these people, so it's actually a waste of your money if you cut them from the company. I know it happens sometimes, of course, but I think they try to salvage and recuperate their costs as much as they can when it comes to trainees and want to debut them somewhere or use them somehow. However, this is what I would love. I'd love this for all to be like a massive PR hoax stunt, because Big Hit terminating all of the TraineeA socials made the news, been a big deal on the internet. internet and fans have made a fuss about it all day. So imagine if this was just like a massive PR move to like build that initial disappointment, and then all of a sudden in the new year, some new Instagram is made, YouTube is made, brand new snazzy logo, and it's kind of alluded to like, this jokes guys, we are actually debuting. Like, that would be amazing. I don't think it'll happen with all of them. I think if Big Hit is still going to debut a boy group, then what could be the case is that they will keep some of the TraineeA members, maybe like 3 or 4 of them, so it still feels like TraineeA, and then add in a few extras. I know that Korean fans were angry about the group being quote unquote too foreign, so they might add in some extra Korean members, etc. Because they want to kind of keep that TraineeA fandom if they can, because the group did have like 1 million followers on Instagram, etc. So there is a fan base for TraineeA, you know, group that hasn't even debuted. So as long as they keep some of the core members or essence of the group and shuffle the lineup a little bit, add a few members, you do have a pretty decent group there that you can still debut if you want to. But we will see in the new year. I think it'll be really interesting to see what happens in the new year. However, since Hybe didn't mention anything about a boy group for next year, a boy group debut, don't hold your breath either. It's difficult because Hybe promised to debut 6 groups. They've already debuted 3 this year, so let's see who those other 3 potentially are for next year. I did think it would be a Japanese girl group because we've got our Japanese boy group, and then you see we thought it would be TraineeA and then maybe that international girl group. We'll just have to see. NewJeans came out with a new song, Ditto. It's been doing really well. I think as soon as it came out, it ranked like 2nd on Melon, etc. So it shows NewJeans are definitely still popular, i.e. their first comeback wasn't a fluke. And that's quite a feat for such a new group. I believe also the Melon Music Awards, they won the Rookie Group Award. I did see some young kids complaining, very subjectively with their own opinion on YouTube, why they felt like this new song wasn't for them, and how they were annoyed about NewJeans' popularity, and NewJeans are only so popular because numerous celebrities talk about them and they don't talk about any other rookie groups, so that's why NewJeans are so big. I can see where they're coming from and if that's like a marketing tactic, but I also think NewJeans genuinely has a huge appeal, especially in Korea. And don't forget that these Korean artists are Korean, so if they're talking about NewJeans, it's because they're in the culture right now. So I think that's why a lot of K-pop idols talk about NewJeans. In terms of discussing NewJeans' popularity and why they're popular, I was thinking about it, and I think NewJeans are a breath of fresh air in the K-pop industry, and especially in the girl group genre. There's usually 2 types of girl groups. There's the femme fatales, like your Blackpink, like your Le Seraphims, quite powerful girl boss groups. Or it's the total opposite. It's the cutesy anime Sailor Moon girl groups, which are like Twice, Ivy. Is that how you pronounce their name? Or is it Ive? I think it's Ive. My apologies. It's usually those 2 genre of girl groups, which, by the way, I love both of them. I love both genres. And I think even if you go back in time, you can see that contrast very starkly when 21 and Girls' Generation were active. Femme fatale and cutesy girl group. But NewJeans have introduced this secret third category, which is a breath of fresh air quite literally. Their songs are breathy, relaxing, and easy to listen to. They are easy listening songs, which absolutely work, especially in a place like South Korea, where their coffee shop culture is huge. NewJeans' music is great to play in cafes and shops because they're not too powerful and distracting. They can be played in the background, which is perfect for Koreans. Furthermore, watching their music videos and this recent Ditto video, they achieve a perfect balance between being young and appealing to a younger audience that will now stick with them and grow throughout the years, but also, especially in the Ditto music video, the message is clearly there. NewJeans help older fans and older people revisit their youth. They remind you of how fun and easy it was being young and capture that so well. And that's excellent as a business, catching both younger and older fans to cover your demographics and to widen your net and appeal. I appreciate with this Ditto comeback that their label has definitely pulled back, or at least hopefully pulled back on the kind of weird sexualizing of the girls because they are very young. And I think they achieved a nice balance of the girls feeling young without it becoming creepy or having a creepy gaze. Personally, I liked the sad but also extremely soft and relaxed message of Ditto, and I look forward to hearing the rest of their album when it releases. I believe Ditto was a B-side song, so they're waiting to release their A-side later on. I could be wrong, but either way with this specific song, I'm glad that the group is continuing this calm and refreshing concept and sound. I know that I play NewJeans' music while I'm working because it's not too distracting, so I appreciate that. But once again, I appreciate all the different sounds that girl groups offer. I wanted to talk about WayV's comeback, Phantom. It's been really hard as an OT7 fan to watch these comeback promotions, as I find myself counting the number of members in each picture and just finding it unbelievable that Lucas isn't there. I've been seeing that fans are noticing that all these teaser images seem to be taken almost 2 years ago, or at least a year ago, which makes sense due to the members' hair colour and styles. This also makes sense as WayV was supposed to release an album right around Lucas's scandal time, hence why those 2 pair subunits were releasing music and music videos. RIP Jalapeno, may we see you someday soon. I wanted to mention that in the Diamonds Only music video, however, that really solidified that this whole album and the videos were made while Lucas was still around. And you will notice that there was no dancing or choreography in Diamonds Only, which is a weird choice, seeing as WayV dance in almost every other video, albeit Love Talk, which is a slow song. And if you noticed, they used a disproportionately large amount of individual shots, i.e. the members were hardly together in that music video, which of course makes it easier. If you need to cut a member out of a music video, it's easier to stitch together individual shots than having group shots and either just like kind of slicing a bit of the picture off, so you slice that member out, or digitally removing them. There weren't that many shots of the members all together, and if you notice, especially when they're still, i.e. like forming a tableau for the camera, there's a big gap between 2 members. Watch the Diamonds Only video again and you'll see there's like a weird gap between 2 members. And I think it's because Lucas was there. I think they photoshopped him out. Because, for instance, why would Henry be seemingly sitting so far away from the other members? It looks visually odd and imbalanced, and SM wouldn't do that for a professional music video. So yes, I think Lucas was in the Diamonds Only music video because this album was made and recorded while Lucas was still active, which means the official Phantom music video could look a little odd and messy as well, because due to the uncertain fate of Lucas, SM have had to remove him and reshuffle their footage, etc., to try and salvage the money they put into making Phantom when Lucas was there. It also makes sense why there were rumours of the group re-recording the album's vocals, and of course it's because it makes it easier for when they perform these songs live, because you don't have to rearrange and redistribute lines after the fact. Furthermore, I also think that's why Diamonds Only didn't have a dance, because the initial choreography included Lucas. So, if there's no choreography in the music video, fans won't spot the difference and altered choreography formations when the group performs it live without him. They look great, by the way. The members are doing a great job. It's just sad knowing he's not there. And furthermore, there was some eyebrows raised because, of course, Lucas's birthday is in January. And so around Korea, the billboards are starting to come up celebrating Lucas's birthday paid by his fan sites. It shows that he's still popular. And it also shows that these fans won't go away until SM makes an official statement. Either he's in or out the group. My guess is that after WayV promotions, SM might say something, as they don't want to risk damaging Phantom promotions and album sales, so they'll announce Lucas's departure after. That's me being realistic and as unhopeful as I can be, but I do think that we will hear something after the Phantom promotions about Lucas. It's difficult because there's no right time to announce his departure. To be honest, they should have done it before this comeback. They should have announced he was going when there was dead radio silence and the WayV members weren't doing anything, because then people would be upset, and yes, but then you could just have the WayV members announce a comeback without Lucas, and at least that builds hype and it's official and you know he's not going to be in it, and so you're not holding your breath and waiting to see if his face is going to pop up in a teaser or anything. So SM have really ruined it. They really fumbled the bag on this one. Now you have these Phantom promotions and fans going, but where's Lucas? I'm so confused. Thanks a lot. You're ruining it for the whole group, so thanks SM. It's going to be difficult getting through Phantom when you know it was made prior to the scandal. It was originally an OT7 comeback, and now we have to go through it knowing he's been removed and edited out, which sucks. Of course, I'm still going to check out their videos and heart their teasers, etc., because it's not the WayV members' fault at all. They are giving it their all, and they're doing a great job. Ever since birthday, I've been in a big 10 mood, and I love seeing him. He's brilliant. His vocals have improved so much, and he has a commanding presence. No wonder he was in Super M. Although I just can't help but think, what on earth SM are going to do if this Phantom comeback doesn't do as well as they hoped? I hope they'd still continue with WayV. It'll be interesting to see what happens, basically. But good luck to WayV, and I will be watching. And SM, please sort out the legalities around this whole Lucas fiasco and give us a definitive statement. Thank you. And that's it for this podcast episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you agree with anything I've said or have any questions or any clarification, then comment down below. If you'd like me to discuss any other topics in the next podcast episode, then let me know. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye!